Good day, Super K Kids! Again, this is Teacher Angel. Let us now start our episode, Super K Kids, only here in Teleskwela.
Super K, Super K, Teleskwela para sa kinabukasan. Super K, Super K, karunungan at kabutihang asal, kagalingan ka.
After going through this episode, you are expected to first, divide simple fractions and mixed fractions. Second, solving routine or non-routine problems involving division without or with of any of the operations of fractions and mixed fractions using appropriate problems, solving strategies and tools. Let us have first a pre-assessment if you are familiar with our lesson. Ready your paper and pens. Okay, let's start. Solve the following equations. Then, simplify your answer. Number 1. 6/7 divided by 5/9. Number 2. 2/4 divided by 3/7. And number 3, 4/6 divided by 5/9. Let us check your answers. Number 1, the answer is 1 and 19/35. Number 2, the answer is 1 and 1/6. Number 3, the correct answer is 1 and 1/5. Congratulations for a job well done. Let us start our lesson with this particular problem. It is about the situation of people today regarding the COVID-19 pandemic that hits not only our country, the Philippines, but the whole world. Read the situation below and try to answer the questions that follow. Let's have this problem. One of the countries that has been greatly affected by the COVID-19 pandemic is our country, the Philippines. Because of this misfortune, people will not be able to earn money because they have not been going to work. Thus, most poor families could not buy the things that they needed, including food. Raising funds in San Antonio is one of the major priorities of the barangay for them to provide rice reliefs and other needs of each family. From the raised funds, they were able to buy 2,025 kilos of rice. If each family will be given 4½ kilos, how many families will be given in all? Did you understand the story? If yes, I am sure that you can answer these questions. Question number 1. Based from the story, what is the problem of the Philippines? Question number 2. What was the solution of Barangay San Antonio to address this problem? And question number 3. How can they determine the total number of families which will be given rice reliefs? So this is an example of a problem solving in division of fractions. So our word problem is, if Barangay San Antonio was able to buy 2,025 kilos of rice and plans to give 4½ kilos for each family, how many families will be given in all? In solving problems pertaining to division of fractions, we need to fully understand the different essential steps to consider in problem solving. First, what is asked? Second, what are the given facts? Third, what operation will be used? Fourth, what is the number sentence? And last, what is the complete answer? Let us go back to our problem. First, what is asked? It is the total number of families who will be given rice reliefs. Second, what are the given facts? This includes 2,025 kilos of rice that the barangay was able to buy and 4.5 kilos of rice that each family will receive. Third, what operation will be used? Since we are getting the number of families who will receive 4.5 kilos of rice from 2,025 kilos, the operation to be used is division. Fourth, what is the number sentence? The number sentence is 2,025 divided by 4.5 equals n. Last, what is the complete answer? If we are going to solve for this problem, all we have to do is to divide the total kilos of rice by the number of kilos of rice to be distributed per family. Therefore, 2,025 divided by 4.5 is equivalent to 450 families. Before we continue, let us first learn about reciprocal. This is very much needed in dividing simple fractions and mixed fractions. So what are reciprocals? If the product of two numbers is 1, then they are reciprocals or multiplicative inverse of each other. To find the reciprocal of a fraction, interchange the numerator and the denominator. Let us take 2/4. The reciprocal of 2/4 is 4/2. Multiplying the number and its reciprocal, we have 2/4 times 4/2 equals 8/8 or 1. So 2/4 and 4/2 are reciprocals or the multiplicative inverse of each other. How do we divide simple fractions? To divide simple fractions, we must rewrite the division as a related multiplication in which you will multiply the dividend by the reciprocal of the divisor. Let's have this example. Divide 2 9s and 2 7s. Step 1. Multiply the dividend by the reciprocal of the divisor. How is that? First, change the division sign to multiplication sign. Next, the reciprocal of 2 7s is 7/2. Step 2. Multiply the numerators. What are they? 2 and 7. The answer is 14. And then, multiply the denominators. Correct? They are 9 and 2. The product is 18. Step 3. Simplify the quotient by dividing the numerator and the denominator by its greatest common factor or GCF. The GCF is 2. So 14 divided by 2 is 7. And 18 divided by 2 is 9. So what's our final answer? It is 7/9. Let's have the second example. 2 divided by 4/5. Step 1. Multiply the dividend by the reciprocal of the divisor. First, change the division sign to multiplication sign. Second, the reciprocal of 4/5 is 5/4. Step 2. Multiply the numerators. What have you noticed with 2? 2 is a whole number. We can make it as a fraction by putting 1 as the denominator. So 2 times 5 equals 10. And multiply the denominators. 1 times 4 equals 4. Step 3. Simplify the quotient by dividing the numerator and the denominator by its greatest common factor, or GCF. The GCF is 2. So 10 divided by 2 is 5, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. The result is 5 over 2, which is an improper fraction. We can make it as a mixed fraction by dividing the numerator by its denominator. So our final answer is 2 and 1/2. Let's now move on dividing mixed fractions. To divide mixed fractions, we must convert the mixed numbers to improper fractions. Then, we convert the answer to mixed number to lowest terms if necessary. Let's have the third example. 14 divided by 2 and 1/5. Step 1. Convert mixed number into improper fraction. Multiply the whole number 2 by the denominator 5. The product is 10. Then add it to the numerator 1. The sum is 11 over 5. Step 2. Multiply the dividend by the reciprocal of the divisor. Again, let's change the division sign to multiplication sign. Next, the reciprocal of 11/5 is 5 over 11. Step 3. Multiply the numerators. Since 14 is a whole number, we can make it as a fraction by putting 1 as a denominator. So 14 times 5 is 70. And multiply the denominators. 1 times 11 equals 11. And the last step, convert improper fraction to mixed number. Our quotient is 70 over 11. Divide 70 by 11. The mixed fraction for it is 6 and 4/11. Let's have this fourth example. 5 and 3/4 divided by 1 and 5/6. Step 1. Convert mixed number into improper fraction. Let's have 5 and 3/4. Multiply the whole number 5 by the denominator 4. The product is 20. Then add it to the numerator 3. The sum is 23 over 4. Next, let's have 1 and 5/6. Multiply the whole number 1 by the denominator 6. The product is 6. Then add it to the numerator 5. The sum is 11/6. Step 2. Multiply the dividend by the reciprocal of the divisor. Again, first, change the division sign to multiplication sign. Next, the reciprocal of 11/6 is 6/11. Step 3. Multiply the numerators. 23 times 6 equals 138. And then, multiply the denominators. 4 times 11 is 44. Step 4. Simplify your answer. Our product is 138/44. Divide the numerator 138 by its denominator 44. The mixed fraction for it is 3 and 6/44. But we can still get the lowest terms for it by dividing 6 and 44 by 2. So the lowest terms is 3 and 3 over 22. Let us have here a word problem. Have you ever tasted a rice cake? I myself loves it, especially during Christmas season. Do you know how it is being made? Let us find out how does Mrs. Munkal earns a living by cooking rice cake. Let's read and analyze the problem with me. Is that okay? Good. let's have the problem. Mrs. Mungkal cooks rice cake to sell during Christmas season. She has 15 and 1/2 kilogram of malagkit rice. She bought 20 and 1/4 kilograms more. If she uses 1 3/5 kilogram for a bilao of rice cake, how many rice cakes can she make? Let's follow the steps in solving word problems. First, what is asked? The number of bilao of rice cake that Mrs. Mungkal can make. Second, what are the given facts? Mrs. Mungkal has 15 and 1/2 kilograms of malagkit rice. Another given? She bought 20 and 1/4 kilograms more. And the last given? She uses 1 3/5 kilograms malagkit rice for a bilao of rice cake. The third step is what operations will be used? Addition and division. How is that? First, add 15 and 1/2 kilogram and 20 and 1/4 kilogram of malagkit rice. Then, divide the sum by 1 3/5 kilogram of malagkit rice. The fourth step is, what is the number sentence? Our number sentence is the sum of 15 and 1/2 plus 20 and 1/4 divided by 1 3/5 equals n. So what is our complete answer? Again, let's have first the sum of 15 and 1/2 plus 20 and 1/4. After that, divide it to 1 3/5. How are we going to do it? Let's add the mixed fractions inside the parentheses. Add the whole numbers 15 and 20. The sum is 35. Since 1/2 and 1/4 are the similar fractions, change them to equivalent fractions by finding the least common denominator or LCD of 2 and 4. What is our LCD? It is 4. So the equivalent fraction of 1/2 is 2/4. And 1/4 is still 1/4. Add the numerators. 2 and 1. The sum is 3. And copy the denominator 4. It will become now 35 and 3/4. Now, let's divide the sum by the divisor 1 3/5. 35 and 3/4 change it to improper fraction. It will become 143 over 4. And 1 3/5 to 8/5. Again, the first step is change the division sign to multiplication sign. And the reciprocal of 8/5 is 5/8. Let's multiply the numerators. 143 times 5. The product is 715. Next, multiply the denominators. 4 and 8. The product is 32. And the last step is simplify your answer. 715 over 32. It is an improper fraction. So we're going to divide 715 by 32. The result is 22 and 11 over 32. So let's have the complete answer. Mrs. Mungkal can make 22 and 11 over 32 of bilao of rice cake. Have you answered all the steps in problem solving, Super K Kids? Did you get the same answers? Congratulations for a fantastic job! How about a short math trivia about division? Are you ready for it? Okay, let's have this math trivia. What is the mathematical name of the division sign? Kindly think of the correct answer. Let us see if you will get it right. We will reveal the answer when Teleskwela returns. in our math trivia a while ago? The answer is obolus. How about the big hands, all of you? Let us know the following terms. The word obolus comes from the word obolos, the ancient Greek word for a sharpened stick, spit, or pointed pillar. This is the same root as that of the word obelisk. In mathematics, this symbol is mainly used in Anglophone countries to represent the mathematical operation of division. Let us check what you have learned through this activity. Ready your papers and pens. Solve the problem and reduce the answer to simplest form if needed. The first one is done for you. Number 1, 2/4 divided by 3/7. It will become 2/4 times 7/3. Multiply the numerators. 2 times 7 equals 14. Multiply the denominators. 4 times 3 equals 12. 14/12 is not in the lowest terms. The lowest terms is 7/6. We need to make it as a mixed fraction. It will become 1 and 1/6. You will answer 2 and 3. Number 2. 3/5 divided by 6/7 equals. And number 3. 3 divided by 1/2 equals. Start answering it now, Super K Kids.
Super K, Super K, Teleskwela para sa kinabukasan. Super K, Super K, karunungan at kabutihang asal, kagalingan ka
you've got the correct answers. In number 1, we already answered it. The final answer is 1 1/6. In number 2, the answer is 7 tenths. In number 3, the answer is 6. What an amazing work, Super K Kids! What a wonderful feeling that Super K Kids can now divide these fractions. Let us see if you really understand the lesson. Complete the sentences by writing the correct word on the blank. In dividing fractions, number 1. Rewrite the division operation as a related multiplication in which you multiply the dividend by the blank of the blank. Number 2, multiply the blank and then the blank. And number 3, simplify or write the answer in lowest blank if necessary. In dividing mixed numbers, number 4, convert each mixed number to blank. 5. Rewrite the division operation as related blank in which you multiply the blank from the reciprocal of the divisor. 6. Blank the numerators and then the denominators. And number 7, write the blank in lowest terms if necessary. Let us check your answers. In dividing fractions, number 1, write the division operation as a related multiplication in which you multiply the dividend by the reciprocal of the divisor. Number 2, multiply the numerators and then the denominators. And number 3, simplify or write the answer in lowest terms if necessary. Let's proceed in dividing mixed numbers. Number 4, convert each mixed number to improper fraction. Correct. Number 5, write the division operation as related multiplication in which you multiply the dividend from the reciprocal of the divisor. 6, multiply the numerators and then the denominators. And 7, write the answer in lowest terms if necessary. You surprised us, Super K Kids, that you've got all it correctly. Fantastic! How about this one in problem solving? These are the steps that we follow in problem solving. Fill in the blank with the correct answer. Number 1. This pertains to the problem that needs to be addressed. Number 2. This pertains to the given facts in the problem. These are very essential in solving the problems. Three. This pertains to the operation and strategy which will be used to solve the problem. Number 4, this refers to the equation of the problem. And number 5, this is the result of the computation in problem solving. Let us check your answers. Number 1 is what is asked. Number 2, what are the given facts? Number 3, what operation will be used? Number 4, what is the number sentence? And number 10, what is the complete answer? You prove to me that you really are super K kids. Keep up the good work. Assessment will be next when Teleskwela returns.
Super K, Super K, Teleskwela para sa kinabukasan. Super K, Super K, karunungan at kabutihan.
At last, you have come to the last part of our episode. All you have to do now is take a test. Ready your papers and pens. Let us see if you can apply what you have learned by solving the following problems. And do not forget to express your answer in simplest form. Our problem is about a If Mang Anton will use a 9-meter long cloth and is going to cut into sections of the given lengths, how many sections are there in the following? A. Each section is 3/4 meters long. B. Each section is 1 1/2 meters long.
Super K, Super K, Teleskwela para sa kinabukasan. Super K, Super K, karunungan at kabutihang asal, kagalingan, karangalan, kahusayan, batang Pampanga. Super K, bagong kaalaman, bagong manaan, eskwela sa tahanan, bagong kabihasnan. Super K, Super K, Teleskwela para sa kinabukasan. Super K, Super K, karunungan at kabutihang asal, kagalingan, karangalan, kahusayan, batang Pampanga. Super K, Super K, Super K, Teleskwela para sa kinabukasan. Super K, Super K, karunungan at kabutihang asal, kagalingan, kagalingan, karangalan, kausayan, Batang Kapampangan, Super K. Bagong kaalaman, bagong malaan, eskwela sa tahanan, bagong kabiasnan. Super K, Super K, Teleskwela para sa kinabukasan. Super K, Super K, karunungan, kabutihan, kagalingan, karangalan, kausayan, Batang Kapampangan, Super K.
Task number 2. If Mang Anton will use a 7 1/2 meters long and will cut into equal parts, how long is each part if it is cut into A. 6 equal parts, B. 10 equal parts?
Super K, Super K, Teleskwela para sa kinabukasan. Super K, Super K, karunungan at kabutihan,
In task number 1, in letter A, the answer is 12 sections. In letter B, the answer is 6 sections. Let's proceed to task number 2. In letter A, the answer is 1 1/4 meters. In letter B, the answer is 3/4 meters. So I am delighted that we have a productive episode today. So we have achieved our both objectives in dividing simple fractions and mixed fractions and solving word problems. So let us be reminded on the steps in dividing fractions and solving word problems. So congratulations and see you in our next episode.